time I close my eyes, every time I close my time I close my eyes.
Arne Slot! La 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 la! Arne Slot! La 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 la!
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever. I don't even know what time it is. It's 7:30 at night. Why am I saying good afternoon, good evening, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me again. Got a lot of chat about today. We got a lot to chat about today. Firstly, we got to talk about the Mo Salah situation at Liverpool and why I titled it "Liverpool Have a Salah Problem," and it's not Salah that's the issue. It's Liverpool FC messing themselves up, and there's nothing we can do about it. And also breaking news. I just changed the title of the video a little bit. So breaking news: Liverpool apparently I'm not going to buy a defensive midfielder. I don't know if Liverpool will watch it. I do apologise right now because last night when we were doing a video late last night, I did say Liverpool won't buy a defensive midfielder because we have too many players. So I don't know if Liverpool are watching that. And if they were, I do apologise. It's my fault. Everyone blame me, man. Everyone blame me. It's my fault that we're not buying a DM because I put it out in the atmosphere and that seems to be coming true. But this is my reaction about a few minutes ago. My reaction live a few minutes ago when I found out that Liverpool probably not buying a defensive midfielder.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was my reaction a few minutes ago when I found out about these news. Yeah, I do apologise. It's my fault. I put it in the atmosphere yesterday, and it's gonna come back and kill us, ain't it? It's gonna come back and kill us. It's so bright. Hang on a minute, guys. Don't know why it's so bright. There you go. It's a bit better. Big up everyone. Hello. I hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Don't forget to go and hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button, all the good stuff. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you very much for joining me yet again on another show. Guys, remember, we're looking for 10,000 subscribers by this time next year. We're almost at 6,000, so make sure you're subscribing and liking and sharing the video. I would appreciate it a bit. Big up to everyone saying about the fresh trim. Yep, got the barnet sorted. It was doing me head in. Last night, that video, my hair kept curling on my forehead. I was like, no, This can't happen no more. Trip to the barbers, Mr. Jamie Phillips, and got me a haircut. Yeah, so big up to everyone. Yeah. Right. Let's talk about this DM situation first. Yeah. Should we just get the DM situation out of the way with? Yeah. So I don't know how to go about this. So I listed last night the reasons why Liverpool Football Club might not buy a defensive midfielder because of the fact that Liverpool have a lot of midfielders on their books right now. And to buy a defensive midfielder in when you've got all them midfielders on your books right now, financially makes no sense at all. So Liverpool got to let go of midfielders, and we listed them off. Who are Liverpool going to let go? Probably no one in that midfield area. I don't see Liverpool buying a midfielder. I don't see Liverpool buying a DM. I hope they do. I hope they look at it and go, right, let's just get one. I'm going to tell everyone right now, this has got nothing about financials or sell to buy or we can't afford to buy a midfielder or any of that gaff. It's got nothing to actually do with that, guys. I've seen that already. People like, oh, we've got to sell to buy. No, that's not what it is. We got too many midfielders. People might not like to hear it, my guys. We got too many. Play 4-3-3. Play with 3 midfielders. Got like 9 on the books. How many midfielders does everyone want? I know we've got PTSD because, you know, our midfielders keep getting injuries. But hopefully with the news that, you know, we heard today that a new physio is coming to Liverpool as well. Worked under Slot before. Slot's got a very good injury record at all the clubs that he's managed at and working under the same people. So injuries for Liverpool should not be nowhere near as bad as they've been in the last few years. We've got too many midfielders. What does everyone want them to do, man? What does everyone want them to do? You know, like, let's go through the midfielders. So, Harvey Elliott, he's not getting sold. So I say no to that. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister have just been bought. Yeah, so they're not going anywhere, right? So that's 5. That's 5 right away. Stefan Bajcetic is Liverpool's golden boy. He's not going nowhere. Curtis Jones is not going nowhere because of the homegrown rule. He's homegrown this year. That's 7. And Tyler Morton's just come back from a successful loan deal at Hull. And then you got Wataru Endo. That's 9 midfielders or 8 midfielders or 9, whatever it is. That is so many. So who are we going to let go of? You got Bobby Clark as well, who's made Premier League appearances. That's 9. Who are you going to get rid of to make up, like, to get people in that they want? Now, the obvious one to me probably is Wataru Endo. You know, Wataru Endo gets sold, then Liverpool will look for a defensive midfielder. There's no two bones about it. He and Tyler Morton. Look, how old's Tyler Morton actually? This is something I need to know. How old is Tyler Morton? Because we got to remember about the quota. So Tyler Morton is 21. I believe Tyler Morton can count as homegrown. Curtis Jones and Tyler Morton can both count as homegrown. So they're not going anywhere. Can't get rid of any homegrown players. We got a homegrown problem at the moment, guys. We literally got a homegrown problem at the moment at the football club. So Tyler Morton, I'd be surprised if Tyler Morton and Curtis Jones go anywhere. Harvey Elliott is not going nowhere. And then the new boys that came last season ain't going anywhere. So in theory, you're looking at 2 midfielders that might have to leave the football club. And that is Stefan Bajcetic and Wataru Endo. In fact, I think both of them have to leave the football club if we're going to get a proper DM in. And I don't think the football club are going to let Stefan go. And with Endo. Wataru Endo, you can let go, yeah? You can let go of, but he's got no market value. So you're not making nothing of him. So for me, letting Endo go don't make no financial sense to bring a DM in the way Liverpool run. So I don't know. This is where we always mess up. This has been years in the making, guys. This isn't just, I know what people are going to do. They're going to come in now, right, and blame Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards straight away. But this has got nothing to do with them. If Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes and Julian Ward were in charge the last few years, we might have got rid of more midfielders years ago, guys, and built our midfield 3 or 4 years back. The midfield has been neglected for so many years. And then last season, we let go of everyone we should have let go of 2 years ago. And then we had a wholesale buying new players in. The problem is the new players we bought in, the only one that's worked is McAllister. You know, Szoboszlai, does he really fit a system at Liverpool? Does Szoboszlai fit a system under Arne Slot? Where's he going to play under Arne Slot? Because I know everyone keeps on about this 4-2-3-1 he plays. Arne Slot mostly plays 4-3-3. So where's he going to fit in? Where's Gravenberch going to fit in? And they ain't going to be sold straight away. So everyone, I know people will go blame Edwards and co. The real blame is on the people that have been running the club for the last few years in terrible transfer business. You know, it's just bad. Who said it? Oh, David Lynch said it, and some others have said it as well. It's only just come up now. And I said it as well. To be fair, I said it yesterday as well. So, yeah. See, I blame a few people. I blame Jürgen Klopp and I blame FSG for the midfield downfall. Because FSG shouldn't have allowed Jürgen Klopp and Pep Linders to buy whoever they wanted. And FSG should have gone, look, we're the owners of this football club. You're just the manager. We're going to get in players that we need to get in. But they gave Jürgen Klopp and Pep Linders all the power. Because they gave Jürgen Klopp and Pep Linders all the power, we got this shit recruitment we've had for the last 2 years. Guys, in a 4-3-3, where does Szoboszlai play? Where does he fit? Where the hell does he fit? You know, where does he fit? Big up JD Activist. Yeah, I'm blaming Klopp for the transfers, mate. That's all. I'm blaming Klopp for the midfield transfers. He shouldn't have had the power to buy transfers. Where should Szoboszlai? Where does Szoboszlai fit in a 4-3-3? It's very hard to put him in a 4-3-3 and get him to play. Played in an advanced state this year. Dog shit. Thing is, I agree with you, but we're not going to play at number 10. You know, we don't play with number 10. I don't know where he fits in the system. You know, and Slot's system to Jürgen Klopp's system is not too different, you know, guys. It's not too different. That's why Slot's come to Liverpool, because him and Jürgen Klopp's systems are very similar in the way they play. Gravenberch, like McAllister fits in because McAllister's a technical, you know, he's a passer. He controls the game in the midfield. Taro Endo fits in because he's a DM. Curtis Jones fits in because technically a good football in midfield. Harvey Elliott fits in because he's technically good football in midfield. Yeah, the two that stand out are Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. It's like there weren't no plan. My problem with transfers, in my opinion, is you've got to have a plan. And you can play a 10 in a 4-3-3, don't get me wrong. But to play a 10 in a 4-3-3, you need more disciplined midfielders behind you. Does everyone agree with that? If you're going to play a 10 in a 4-3-3, you need disciplined, defensive-minded midfielders behind. Because you don't want the number 10 dropping too far back into an 8 and a 6, because that's not the job of a number 10, you know. So for the number 10, you want him in more advanced areas of the pitch, in between the lines, picking up the ball in between midfield and their defence and things like that, and turning and getting the game going. So behind him, you want a more solid defensive structure. So you still need DMs. Do you know what I'm saying? You still need DMs. You need a defensive stability. And like, I look at our midfield. Guys in the chat, tell me how many midfielders we got that can defend well. Of all the midfielders we've got, who defends well? So let's go through it. Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Elliott, Curtis Jones, Tyler Morton. You know, who defends well in that team? Who defends well in that team? Who's a good defender in that midfield? Who wants to defend in that midfield? Because I've said this many times, our problem is we haven't got our midfielders don't like to defend. Our midfielders don't like to defend. That's the issue. We've got very good technical footballers, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones. They're technically good footballers, but do any of them really want to defend? You know, in that midfield area, I'd say no. It's not their ballpark. You know what I'm saying? You got Stefan as well. How many midfielders really like to defend? Go back to a few years ago. Genie liked to defend. Hendo liked to defend. Fabinho liked to defend. Milner liked to defend. You know, there's 4 right off the bat I could name. You know, straight off the bat, them players like to get stuck in and defend. How many midfielders today have we got that you can say really like to defend? The only one I can think of is probably Wataru Endo. He likes to defend. You know, so how many really like to get stuck in and defend? And that's Liverpool's problem right now. You know, that's I'll save your question, Ravi. Ravi, I've seen your question. I'm going to star it and save it for later. How many of them like to defend? This is why Jude Bellingham plays in a more advanced role for Real Madrid and not right in the middle of the midfield. Plays in more an advanced role because he doesn't want to get stuck into the weeds. It's not his job. That's why Tchouaméni and Camavinga, they like to defend, so they get stuck in. Szoboszlai don't really like to defend. Doesn't really want to. It's evident. We've seen it. Gravenberch the same. Curtis Jones doesn't mind it, but he's not great at it. Harvey Elliott doesn't. It's not his job. He can't do it. McAllister can sit in a 6, but would you say McAllister likes to defend? And this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I'm trying to say about the midfield. When we went in the last 18 months and bought players in this midfield area, what was the plan? What was the plan of these transfers? So everyone coming at me when I'm talking about that Klopp, and everyone saying Klopp can do no wrong and stuff like this. What was the plan? Where did people fit? How did the system work? You can't just ask. I think a lot of people have got it in their head that all you need in a team is one defensive midfielder and you're absolutely fine. You can have ballers everywhere. One defensive midfielder and you can have ballers all over your midfield and you're perfectly fine. It's not reality. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. You look at Arsenal. Partey, Jorginho, Declan Rice. Yeah, most of their midfield, are defensive-minded players. And then they have the Odegaards and people like that in midfield. As soon as Havertz played in midfield, what happened to Arsenal? They opened up a little bit more because they left space in their midfield. That's why Arteta made him a number 9 as a false 9, because he couldn't play in midfield because he opened up midfield too much to the opposition. So he wanted that more defensive structure in midfield. And Odegaard's the 10 who's allowed to play. Odegaard looks amazing for Arsenal because he's allowed to play because there's defensive structure in their midfield. So formations and systems are all great, guys, and I'm up for it. But the players are needed to, capitalize on that. And defenders are midfield and defenders are team. You can't just ask one person, one DM to come in and go, right, I'm going to do the job. I'll be the DM. Like everyone we always laud Fabinho in his prime. He was an amazing DM, but Fabinho didn't do it alone, guys. The work that Genie, Henderson and Milner did in that midfield was immense in a defensive part of the team. That's why that midfield barely scored goals. Henderson, Milner, Fabinho, Genie, they weren't about goal scoring in our midfield. We used to complain about it all the time. Our midfield don't score enough goals. They don't get enough goals from our midfield. But what did they do? They were defensively excellent in that midfield, allowing our play to attack. We used to be able to win games 2-0 and 1-0 back in the day because we didn't have to score 4 and 5 every game because the midfield did its job. We haven't got that midfield today. Again, so I'm asking, where's the plan in the last year and a bit? Yeah? Where's the plan? Like everyone is loving that we got people like Szoboszlai and McAllister who are creative and can score goals, yeah? But they can't defend for shit. Can't defend for shit. We've got no one who can defend. Declan Rice has got a few goals this season, but he can defend. The main midfielder that scores for people at Arsenal is Odegaard. He's the main midfield goal scorer. You can have a goal scoring midfielder, but if Szoboszlai's going up the pitch, McAllister's going up the pitch, and you're leaving Wataru Endo all on his own, why do you reckon we conceded so many chances this season, guys? Because we asked Wataru Endo, who ain't got the pace, to go, right, you're my number 6, you can just defend everywhere across the pitch. Szoboszlai's going that way, McAllister's going that way. They want to get goals and create because that's what they want to do. You're asking Szoboszlai and McAllister to do jobs they don't want to do. McAllister and Szoboszlai want to create, get on the ball, control the game, and score goals. That's what they want to do. That's what's built inside them. That's the player they are. They don't want to get in the weeds. They don't want to get stuck in the weeds and defend. So we've gone from a scenario where we didn't have goal-scoring midfielders, but a defensive rock, to now goal-scoring midfielders and no defence. And no defence in the midfield at all. None. The only midfielders I can think of off the top of my head that can defend in our midfield are probably McAllister a little bit and Wataru Endo. That's it, really. That's all I can, McAllister don't like to get stuck in the weeds, but he can defend a little bit if he's pushed on forward a little bit, yeah? And Endo, yeah? But that's about it. It's about it. Szoboszlai can't defend. And if you ask McAllister to take too much out of his game, you don't see the same player. You don't see the same player. And it's how everyone wants to play, I think I just don't know. I just don't know. Jack says, Jamie, we are going to truly see reality of Liverpool under FSG about the mastermind of Klopp. Kids that didn't experience pre-Klopp aren't ready mentally what's coming. I don't know, Jack, because the issue of our midfield at the moment is probably more to do with Klopp than FSG. I ain't going to lie. And that's not me slagging Klopp off. It's just reality. Like back in the 2 Januaries ago when we got Cody Gakpo, yeah, every person in my chat at the time was screaming for a midfielder to be bought in that January. Does everyone remember? Go back to January, was it January 2022 or 23 or whatever it was? Go back to, January 23, wasn't it? Go back to January 2023, guys, when we bought Cody Gakpo, yeah? I remember everyone saying, We needed a midfielder. Why are we buying Cody Gakpo? Why in the hell are we buying Cody Gakpo, another forward, when we got enough of them? But we obviously needed a midfielder because who was in charge of transfers then? Jürgen Klopp and Pep Linders. They were in charge of transfers. FSG, the problem with FSG, they need to step up as owners and go, no, this ain't happening. We're going to get a midfielder in. And if the manager don't like it, the manager don't like it. But we needed a midfielder in January, not an attacker. Henderson's legs were gone. Fabinho's legs were gone. They were gone. We were speaking about it all year. It's not people forget. I swear people just pretend it never happened. And that never happened. But it did. It absolutely happened. And it made like, and everyone's saying like we bought Gakpo because Nunes was out of form. Who bought Darwin? Our recruitment has sucked. It's absolutely sucked for the last 2 years because we let a manager and an assistant manager have all the power in our transfers. And it shouldn't have happened that way. Yeah, Pep Linders should not be buying players. You know, I like Cody Gakpo, so I'm not getting on him as a footballer. I like him, right? But I remember everyone's forgotten about it now because no one wants to admit it happened, yeah? Because Klopp's left the football club and we're on this thing of loving Klopp, and I get it. I understand it. But the truth and reality of it is, guys, in January 23, when we bought Cody Gakpo, everyone was pissed off why we bought him because we needed a midfielder. And Klopp and Pep Linders were buying the players. It's in Pep's book. I've seen the evidence. Jay, I know you love Klopp. It's not the truth, man. FSG bought Gakpo, not Klopp. Klopp wanted Haaland, not FSG wanted Nunes. No, Klopp wanted Darwin Nunes. Klopp's mentioned it himself, my friend. Klopp wanted Darwin Nunes. FSG did not. FSG put, Jay, I know you love Jürgen. I get it. I understand it. And that's cool, man. But honestly, Pep Linders wanted Cody Gakpo. Pep Linders said Cody Gakpo was the final bit of our jigsaw. Yeah, he actually said them words. And Darwin Nunes was wanted by Jürgen Klopp. Jürgen Klopp wanted Darwin Nunes. The fact that, I get it, Jay, and I'm just annoyed because I've had a fight with people on Twitter today that really pissed me off. So, Jay, I'm not taking out on you. Much love to you, my friend. You know that. But it's just pissing me off where, you know, when, because I don't know about you guys, but I take a grown man by his word. I don't know about you guys. I take another man's, what he says, by his word. And when I hear things, when they say, yeah, we wanted him, we were after him, we got him, I was happy we got him, and blah, blah, blah. And then people go around, that's not what he really said, and make shit up for their own agenda. It pisses me off. It really does. And the facts are there. The facts are there. Our transfer. No, Jay, the activist, he's only kidding around. I love Jay. Jay's a great guy. Big up, Jay. Jay found me from the Coppish group, so big up, Jay. And Jay knows I love him, so he's cool. It's just the recruitment the last 2 years have just been a bit piss poor. You know, it's just been a bit piss poor, and now we're seeing there's no plan behind transfers. You know, it's just the transfers have been it's just been not good enough. You know, buying play. It's not just about buying players, guys. It's selling players as well. When was the last time we sold well? Now, I mean this, guys. When was the last time we sold well? We don't sell very well. Selling is very important. You know, people keep thinking buying players. Everyone forgets that but selling players is just as important. And big up J Activist in the chat. Much love to you, my brother. You know, selling people is just as important, and I think people forget that. You know, because as soon as you sell people, you get people online in this Liverpool community that just go, "Oh, we'll sell to buy." Then it drives me mad. Like, what do people want? A squad of 70 people? You've got to sell people, guys. People need, like, players need to be gone. They need to be sold. I don't understand with our club and our fan base. I just don't get the fan base not wanting to sell players ever. Because as soon as you sell a player and we buy a player, everyone will go, well, it's sell to buy. We haven't been sell to buy for years. I'm letting everyone know this right now. We haven't been sell to buy for years because we don't sell anyone. We sell nobody. None of our big players ever leave. You know, everyone keeps on about sell to buy and all this and sustainability. We don't really sell any of our big players in their peak. They all leave after their prime. You know, Mane left Liverpool after his prime. You saw that at Bayern Munich, and that's why he's at Saudi now, because he's not the Mane he was 4 years ago. We sold Bobby Firmino after his prime. That's why he's gone to Saudi and nowhere else. Yeah. We didn't send him, he left on a free. We're not really sell to buy. We're not really sell to buy at all because we don't sell anyone. And we don't make money from sales. We sell players now for 2 or 3 or 5 million here and there. Get little amounts. If Liverpool were really sell to buy, they'd sell Darwin Núñez this summer. If Liverpool are really sell to buy and self-sustainable, what Liverpool would do this summer is sell Luis Diaz and sell Darwin Núñez. Because Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez are probably bringing you in over about 130 million, yeah? At least. And then with them 2 transfers, you can go and buy plenty of players for 130 million. That's the way to do it. But Liverpool are not going to do that because we're not actually sell to buy. You know, we sell players and we buy players, yeah. But so does a lot of teams. Man City have done it for the last 5 years. Just no one says anything. Real Madrid have been doing it for 4 or 5 years. You know, no one. But when Liverpool do it, everyone gets on their high horse. Oh, we're sell to buy. Are we? Do you want to do a Chelsea? Does everyone in this club, everyone in this fan base want to do what Chelsea do? Spend over £1 billion on average footballers and not know how to run a football club? I don't. It's not what I want to do. Do you want to give players death row contracts? Is that what we're saying now? We've got to go and buy these 80, 90 million pound footballers and put them on 7-year deals. And then we can never get rid of them. And in a few years' time, we're in shit. Is that what everyone wants to do? It's just, it makes no sense to me. It really don't. This club ain't been sold to buy for a long time. Big up Gang and D says Slot is flexible with 4-2-3, 1-4-3-3. We can cater for our midfield's profiles. Suppose I can play 10 and Grav can play in a pivot. Endo can play alone 6, but it isn't good enough to be a main guy. So you need a DM, in my opinion. It's interesting, and I hear you, Gang. Big up for a super chat, by the way, man. You're much appreciated and loved as always. It's interesting because I don't know if Slot is going to kind of go away with what he did at Feyenoord a little bit. Because you've got to remember the players he had at Feyenoord and the system he could play at Feyenoord, or the players available, are not as good as the players available to him at Liverpool Football Club right now. So I don't know if he might change his ways a little bit, you know, and then revert to his ways as the season goes on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's as simple as saying Slot played this at Feyenoord, so he's got to play it at Liverpool. Sometimes they do, but sometimes he might be like, I never had these players at Feyenoord. I just never. And he might feel like I can't have to play this way because I've got these players, and learn on the. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued because a lot of people said, we're going to get the Salah stuff later, but, can Salah play for Liverpool under Arne Slot? And of course he can. If Arne Slot played for Feyenoord, he'd play right wing. Simple as that. Big up my man, AdsFC. He says, looks like a new centre back and attacker then this summer. I agree. Big up the super chat as well, my friend. Always love. Big up the Lakers, my man Lakers in the chat. Big up Promo in the chat as well. Thank you very much, my friends. Our recruitment for the last couple of years has not made sense if you look at it on a wider picture. If you look at the wider picture, players are good that would come into the football club. I'm not saying Szoboszlai is not a good footballer or Gravenberch is not a good footballer. They are good footballers. But let me ask you guys in the chat, big up Mr. Tibbs. Guys in the chat, let me ask you this. Were Szoboszlai and Gravenberch used correctly last season? Did we use Gravenberch and Szoboszlai correctly last season? Let me know in the chat. Were they used correctly? Was Harvey Elliott used correctly last season? It's I can't even. What the hell no? People saying no. Was there a plan, guys? Again, I need you guys to ask me this because I get confused by it as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get confused by it all as well. So this is why I need your help. And I might be waffling on here, and people might disagree, and I get it. But with the players that came in last summer, was there a plan for them? Or did we just pick players up for the sake of picking players up? Did we just have a plan for McAllister? Did we have a plan for Gravenberch? Did we have a plan for Endo? Did we have a plan for Szoboszlai? Was there a plan? Was there a plan for these players? I don't even think Szoboszlai is a midfielder. I'm going to be personally honest. I don't even think Szoboszlai is a midfielder. I think he's more of like a wide 8 or a wide 10. Jesus. He's more of a floating 10, a wide 10. That's what I would say Szoboszlai is. I don't think he's really an out-and-out midfielder. I don't think Szoboszlai is like a number 8. I don't think he's a number 8. Like everyone's saying, like, no plan. No plan at all, man. Yeah, I think look, I said this a few months ago, by the way. I said this a few months ago. I said Szoboszlai's not a midfielder. He's more of like your wide forward, like an inside forward sort of position. If you had him in like advanced 10, like a right attacking midfield position. That's where Szoboszlai should play, like a right attacking midfield, yeah? That's where he should play. I got crucified for saying it. Everyone come at me. I remember was it on Monty's channel? I said it a few months back. Everyone come at me, man. What are you chatting about? He's a wide player. He's not a midfielder. He's not a midfielder. He's not a midfielder. And he's a bit like Cole Palmer. I wouldn't play Cole Palmer in the number 8 position. I'd play Cole Palmer in that sort of wide, sort of like right attacking midfield role, like Cole Palmer plays, that floating 10, where you can either play through behind a striker or go to the right of a striker. Them sort of positions, a floating 10. That's what Szoboszlai is. That's why we should be playing him like Cole Palmer, playing at Chelsea. But for some reason, we got him playing the 8 role. It's... Yeah, oh, Jack agrees with me. Big up, Jack. I did see Jack say that as well. There you go. Me and Jack thinking alike. Yeah, exactly. We did buy very similar players. He didn't need like Klopp wanted to go last season. Yeah, big up Scottish Bear. It was there. I was there. It was Monts and Cow on that show. Oh, big up, my man. See, and I got crucified for saying it, didn't I? And now everyone says it. Like everyone says it now. I think even them guys say it. Everybody says it. Like it's obvious. I got crucified for saying it. People laughed at me. I mean, people in the chat laughing at me, going, "He's a midfielder." He's like, "No, he ain't." He's not an out-and-out midfielder, man. He's just not an out-and-out midfielder. He just ain't. Big up ends in the chat as well. Yeah, 74 likes over 200 people in the building. The likes are free. Yeah, guys, big up, guys. Come on, let's hit that like button. Over 200 of you here right now. Let's get to 100 likes real quick, guys. If you've not liked the video yet, that fun button underneath the video right now is free to press. Doesn't do anything to anyone. Just leave a like, guys. Let's get to 100 likes real quick. I'd appreciate it if we could do that. Really would. Yeah, let's get them likes up, guys. Let's get them likes up. We're on 75. I want to get 100 as quick as we can. 25 more people to like the video, guys. Go and press that fun button underneath the video. It's free to do. Just hit the fun button, guys. Appreciate it, love. Appreciate it. 87 likes now. Keep going, guys. Let's get to 100. Let's hit that 100 mark as quick as we possibly can. You got Sleeping Dragon. So that's my issue with the midfield area. I don't think it's just. I know people are going to come out and have a go at Edwards and Richard Hughes this summer if we don't get a DM, because they're going to forget about what happened the last 2 years in our midfield recruitment. By the way, guys, I'll let you know this as well. Fabinho and Henderson weren't meant to leave the football club. Everyone does know that, yeah? Fabinho and Henderson were never meant to leave. They wanted to get McAllister in and Szoboszlai in. Them two midfielders were meant to come to Liverpool. So Liverpool were trying to get McAllister and Szoboszlai in the door, and Henderson, Fabinho were meant to stay. Because I felt like the management at the time felt like if you could get legs around Henderson and Fabinho, you'd be better off. So the fact that everyone at the club didn't see the downfall of them two players is a bit worrying, because we've got to remember, beginning of the pre-season last year, everything was coming out. Fabinho and Henderson are untouchable. They're not going anywhere. And the only reason they got sold is because good offers came in for him. And the club said, if an offer comes in for Hendo, an offer comes in for Fabinho, we'll let him go. Klopp didn't really want to let him go, but then had the meeting with Jordan Henderson and told Jordan Henderson, your minutes will be less next season. This is the thing I hate about Jordan Henderson. Henderson's ego is so out of control that he couldn't take having less minutes next season, because Klopp wanted to bring Szoboszlai and McAllister in, who'd obviously play in front of Hendo. You know, the whole plan was Fabinho as the 6, Szoboszlai and McAllister right and left of him. That was the midfield that Liverpool wanted to play. And then he wanted Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Henderson, Thiago, and that on the bench. That was the plan. But clubs came in for him. Klopp told them that, he didn't really want them to go, and they went. And that's why we got Gravenberch and Endo quite late on in the transfer window. Because if you remember, guys, we got McAllister dealt and Szoboszlai dealt with quite quickly. And then there was a few weeks of waiting. And are we going to buy anyone else? And then we sort of got Gravenberch and Wataru Endo right towards the end of the transfer window. No, right towards the end. And that's because we weren't planning on buying anyone else. Why do you reckon it took quite a while for them people to come in, man? Why do you reckon it took quite a while for them people to come in? That if the plan was to let Fabinho and Henderson go straight away, we would have got other two in quicker. And I know people will say we wanted Lavia, we wanted Casado and all that, but if we bought Lavia, I don't think we'd have bought Szoboszlai. Liverpool wanted two midfielders in the summer. They wanted Lavia and McAllister originally, and then Southampton were dicking us around for Lavia. They kept wanting more money. Liverpool didn't think he was worth it. Then, obviously, the attention went to Casado. They couldn't get that player. Then they went back to Lavia. Now, Southampton wants 60 million. Liverpool ain't going to pay 60 million. And he went to Chelsea. So then Liverpool had to go and get Gravenberch and Wataru Endo. But the fact of the matter is, Liverpool were planning on keeping Henderson and Fabinho, buying a Lavia and McAllister, and then Szoboszlai, because the thing with Jürgen Klopp didn't know he was going to get Szoboszlai. And when they were looking for a midfielder, he really liked Szoboszlai. And he's like, I really like Szoboszlai. Can we get Szoboszlai? And then, have we got enough money left? I don't know if you guys have seen the interview. Have we got enough money left for Szoboszlai? Can we get him? And the owners turned around to him and said, yeah, we can get Szoboszlai if you want. And Liverpool went and got Szoboszlai. So, yeah, Liverpool weren't meant to have the summer last year that we had. You know what I mean? Some players were not meant to leave. And this is my thing about Liverpool Football Club's recruitment over the last couple of years. It doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. Like, we bought a right back, a young Scottish right back, yeah? I can't even remember his name now because I've barely seen him play. And we put him out on loan. Why did we buy a young Scottish right back? I know we got Trent, but Trent needs proper competition. But we bought a young Scottish right back who played a few minutes, and then Liverpool just loaned him out because Trent was just going to play no matter what. Ramsey, that's it. We got Ramsey in, and we bought him in. Everyone liked the look of him at first. You know, I went and watched. Was it Aberdeen he played for? Was it Aberdeen? I can't remember now. Went and watched him, or was it Hearts? I can't remember. Went and watched a few of his games. He looks quite good on the ball, left and right footed. He's got a good set piece on him. Could take a player on, could cross the ball from deep positions like Trent can. Obviously, nowhere near the Trent ability. But we loaned him out. And then I don't think Calvin Ramsey, I mean, he's coming back to Liverpool, but I don't think Calvin Ramsey's got a future at Liverpool. So it seemed like a pointless bit of business. Then we had Connor Bradley there. Connor Bradley's a far better right back than Ramsey. So why did we buy Ramsey when we got Connor Bradley? Do you know what I'm saying? We bought Connor Bradley for 7 million. A player I don't think is ever going to play for Liverpool Football Club. But we had Connor Bradley there, who they absolutely loved because people keeping attention. They kept talking about Connor Bradley. Connor Bradley this, Connor Bradley that. He's going to be the next one breaking through. Connor Bradley broke through. Absolutely love him. Connor Bradley's the second to Trent in right back. In fact, a lot of Liverpool fans think he should play right back instead of Trent. So why did we buy Ramsey when the club absolutely loved Connor Bradley? It's madness to do. It just don't make sense. And I understand the flip transfers and all this sort of stuff, but I'm sort of past that now. I'm at a level as a fan where I want to see players come into our football club that go play, that are going to put in it, that are going to put people in the starting level under pressure. I want a right back to come to Liverpool that's going to go to Trent. That's not your position for much longer. I'm going to take it. That's the player I want. Connor Bradley came in and pretty much did that. Where Liverpool fans now are going, should Connor Bradley play right back? That's what I want. Ramsey was never doing that. And then you look at our midfield. You know, keeping Thiago for this 12 months was a disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace. His contract should have been terminated last summer. I don't care about, you can't do it when he's injured and all this stuff. Terminate it. Mutually release him from his contract. We kept a player who took a position in our midfield that we couldn't fill because he might play 10 minutes a game. It's pathetic. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't like. Thiago was never getting fit. Never, ever getting fit. We should have gone to mutual release. You're not going to get fit. We need players now because we're trying to get back here. We fell down a little bit. We want to get back to the top. And we need players that can go tomorrow. You can't go ever. You know, he's been one of the worst transfers in the Jürgen Klopp era is Thiago. No one will want to admit it because how good of a footballer Thiago is. But in fact, he's one of the most biggest disappointments in the Jürgen Klopp era for transfers is Thiago. And it's just a fact. I know people will go and say, no, Jamie, because he's quality footballer. It's just a fact. It's a terrible bit of business. Naby Keita probably played more minutes than Thiago. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just... You think about it. If Thiago left last summer with Jordan Henderson, guys, if Thiago left last summer with Henderson, with Ox, with Keita, with Fabinho, Liverpool might have got another DM or another midfielder in last summer as well. They might have gone, like, they've got Thiago's gone, Henderson's gone, Fabinho's gone, Keita's gone, Ox has gone, and Milner's gone. The 6 midfielders. They've all gone out the door. Let's go and get ourselves now, with all that money released on wages as well, we can go and get ourselves a serious defensive midfielder. Go and get yourself McAllister, get yourself Szoboszlai, get yourself Gravenberch if you want. But straight away it looks better. But we didn't do that. We kept hold of players as well. And it's not well run. It's just not. That's my issue, guys. Is the running of the club, the building of the club, getting players in it go to push the starting 11. I don't want a player to come into our football club that is just happy to sit on the bench. Does anyone else want that? I want a player coming to our football club that's going to go, you know what? I'm going to take his place. That's what I want. And that's what everyone should want. You know, no one should have a safe spot. I think we're too sentimental. I honestly think this football club and us as fans at times are too sentimental. We don't want no right back at our football club that can threaten Trent. No one wants it because Trent must play. Why must Trent play? Can someone ask me why does Trent need to play? Is everyone happy how defensively good Trent is? Or would you rather a better right back? You know, do we all want a better right back, or are you all happy Trent being terrible at defending still and playing right back? Everyone wants Darwin to stay because he might do it. Might he? Look, I spoke about this the other day. I've gone back on it. I don't know if Darwin will ever make it. Will Darwin turn around next season and start banging 20 to 25 Premier League goals? And is 20 Premier League goals enough for a number 9 striker that plays for Liverpool? Or should he be getting around the 25, 30 goals? What are we talking about here? Is Darwin Núñez ever going to be good enough for Liverpool to be a number 9? Have we seen enough evidence in 2 years that he's not that guy? And should we just go, let's let him go? The risk is, he might be good in his 3rd year, or he might be good somewhere else, and everyone's going to look at it back and go, told you it'd be decent. You moved on. It doesn't matter. You've got someone else who's doing the job, so no one cares. Like, if you sold Darwin tomorrow and he went to Spain and scored 30 goals a season for Atletico Madrid, and everyone goes, why did you sell Darwin when you got 30 goals for Atletico Madrid that year? That's pathetic. But I bought a striker who's got me 30 goals in the Premier League that Darwin never did. I don't give a shit. This is the fact that I think we need to wake up a little bit in this transfer market. I think we just need to wake up a little bit and start doing it properly. Start looking at it properly. get players in that fit the criteria. Because for me last year, apart from Endo and McAllister, no one else fitted the criteria. No one. Endo's a DM, so we have fit a criteria because everyone needs a DM. McAllister is a controlling midfielder that can pass the ball beautifully and control the midfield. So, of course, he fits. Everyone else didn't like. It's like project again. Project. No, we're moaning about left wingers. Luis Diaz. Everyone moans about Luis Diaz. He don't work. But everyone wants to keep him. You know, Darwin Núñez, don't work. Everyone wants to keep him. Cody Gakpo, don't work. Everyone wants, well, not everyone wants to keep Cody Gakpo. But do you see what I'm trying to say, guys? I say Szoboszlai's not a midfielder. People go, of course he's a midfielder. It's like, all I want, guys, I'm going to be bluntly obvious with you. I'm a Liverpool fan. Liverpool Football Club is my life. It's my love of my life, man. I've got my family and my wife and my kids that mean everything to me. Nothing touches them. But Liverpool Football Club are second on that list. They're second on that list. I don't care who manages them. I don't care who's the owner or anything like that. All I want for Liverpool Football Club to be is to be the best on planet Earth. And that's it. I want Liverpool Football Club to be the best club on planet Earth. So if I've got a manager that's called Arne Slot, who's bald and Dutch, but he's not ticking all the boxes for some people because he's not aesthetically pleasing, but he coaches his team so well they do things, and FSG are owners who no one likes, but if we win things under them, I don't give a shit. I just want Liverpool Football Club to be the best team on planet Earth. That's all I want, guys. It's all I want. So I'm not here talking about sentimentality too much and this player and that player. I don't care if we get a right back in that can rival Trent and take Trent's place and he's moaning about it. If Trent's sitting on the bench moaning and grumping and being a bitch about that his spot's been taken, well, guess what, Trent? You've got to do better and get your spot taken back. You know, learn to defend. Yeah? Get your spot back. Make yourself a better footballer. Why are we catering to players? Why have we got to buy a footballer in midfield that can protect Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back? Who else does that? Who else? Do Real Madrid buy a midfielder that protects his Carvial? Do Real Madrid go, right, we need to protect Carvial as our right back next summer? Who can we buy that protects him? Who can we buy that protects him? No, they don't. But we do. It's what the first thing everyone talks about. Right, what midfielder we go getting to go protect Trent so Trent can do his thing? If Trent can't do his thing, it's because it's on Trent to get better. Am I speaking bollocks here? Let me know in the chat, guys. Am I speaking bollocks here? Just let me know in the chat, because I don't know if you guys agree with me or you don't agree with me. I don't know. I just want this club to be better. I just want us to be the Real Madrid of England. Do you know what I mean? I want Liverpool to be the Real Madrid of England. And if people are fighting for their spot, then fight for your spot. Big up, Jack. Big up, Scottish Bear. Big up, everyone. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, love. Big up, you guys. That's a big up. It's big up, you guys. Much love to everyone. It's just what I want, and it's what you guys want. And we shouldn't be scared of change. We shouldn't be scared of anything. And Liverpool got a good team right now. And this is the thing, guys. Liverpool got a good team. Liverpool got a good squad. There's plenty there, right? We're not 10th in the league. We're not a mid-table team. You know, we haven't spent as much money as Chelsea or Arsenal or Man United or Manchester City or Aston Villa in recent years. But our squad is just as good as everyone's, right? In fact, our first 11 I believe Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool have the best first 11s in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. If Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool put out their strongest 11s, they have the three best, strongest 11s in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. Liverpool have good squad. They've got a squad there. They've got players there. They've got depth in areas, right? So it's not like it's a massive turnaround that's needed. I just want competition for places. I just want competition for places. And I don't want anyone to feel bad because Trent might lose his spot. Trent loses his spot, then it's up to Trent to get better. It's up to Trent to improve and become the world-class right back that we all want him to be and believe he can be. On the ball with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Trent is arguably the best in the Premier League on the ball. And I've got no doubts about that. Getting Trent on the ball in situations that benefit Trent Alexander-Arnold, there's no one that can touch him. Put him in defensive positions where he's weak. What you're meant to do, if this is what you're meant to do, guys, you're meant to hide players' weaknesses but show their strengths. What we've done to Trent in the last year or so, where he's gone inverted, in my opinion, is we've taken his strengths away and shown his weaknesses. That is, in my opinion, what we've done with Trent. And Trent's special. He's a special player. There's no doubt about it. But you've got to put him in the strongest positions that you possibly can. And I don't think getting him to invert and going centrally in the middle of the pitch helps Trent Alexander-Arnold out. It doesn't benefit his ability. What benefits him is playing him in the right position and get him in attacking positions on the pitch. It's just... it's just what I want, guys. I'm sorry if I'm going on about it and people are getting sick of it. I do apologize. It's just what I want. I want Trent going to be a right back again when he's up and down the pitch, getting in. I want Trent in that wide right position, boot on chalk on his boots, in open space with the ball at his foot, that can do magical things. That's where I want Trent, because it benefits him so much. Putting him in his inverted position when he goes into midfield, he hasn't got the defensive acumen to get back into his right back position. He just hasn't. So it doesn't benefit him. It shows his weakness. All it does is show Trent's defensive weakness more than it shows his ability on the ball. Let's use his ability on the ball and get him going fucking forward all the time. Right. Let's get off all that shit, right? Because the DM thing, I won't really be talking about this DM thing that much. It's just a bit of news coming today. Let's talk about the Salah issue. The problem with the Liverpool problem they have with Mo Salah. So Mo Salah have a Liverpool problem, or Liverpool have a Mo Salah problem, and it's this. I'm worried Mo Salah is going to be cast as the bad guy by a lot of people, and I hope it's not the case. Now, Mo Salah's obviously coming to the last 12 months of his contract, and I think a lot of people feel Mo's the one who won't sign a new deal. I think a lot of people, especially with Virgil's comments recently, I think Virgil wants to stay, sign a new deal. But Trent's comments recently, especially at the Monaco Grand Prix, when he's been interviewed on the spot there and weren't ready for the interview, that's when you know about players, guys. This is when you know about players. When they're not going to be told they're about to have an interview and they can prepare their answers. When Trent was being interviewed at the Monaco Grand Prix, he weren't expecting it. So he just came out of answers. And so for me, Virgil and Trent are going to sign new deals and stay at the football club, in my opinion. And like Amari says there, Virgil van Dijk, I'm here for the new manager. I'm looking forward to the new season. Yeah, and also we said, I think he said, I can't wait for the new season to start. They said, can we make a bet, Jamie? I bet Darwin scored more than 25 goals in the league. What, next season, Derek? Derek, if he scores more than 25 Premier League goals next season, I would love nothing more than that to happen. You don't realise. I want Darwin to score that. I am begging Darwin to score that. If he does that, I'll be the happiest man in the world, my friend. I would be. But will he? That's the issue. So yeah, and everyone thinks Mo is the one who's not going to sign a new deal. So this is where we have an issue. Mo Salah doesn't want to leave Liverpool this summer. He doesn't want to go. He wants to stay at Liverpool next year. But Mo's very happy to see out his contract and play one more year at Liverpool. And by the way, Mo's got every right to. And this is not me. I'm not going to slag Mo off here. This is not me slagging Mo Salah off. I'm going. This is what I'm going to say about it. Mo Salah has every single right to wind down his contract and leave for a free. He has every single right to do it. It should have been Liverpool. Liverpool have fucked it up. Let's be honest here. Liverpool have messed up because Trent, Salah, and Virgil van Dijk's contract should not be ending at the same time. That shouldn't have been happening. Trent's contract, Salah's contract, and Virgil's contract should have ended at different times, not at the same time. Because what happens is you've got to sign all three of them back up again. And that's three massive footballers. Them three should not have had new contracts running, their contracts running out at the same time. This is a fuck up from the football club. This is not to do with Mo Salah. Mo Salah is very much in his right to see out his contract. So is Trent and so is Virgil van Dijk. They're very much in their rights. Yeah, they don't have allegiances. They're employed by the football club to play for the football club under a contract. They don't have an allegiance where I must stay. I am a robot. I must sign the paperwork and sign a new deal. Look, Mo Salah's on 350 grand a week. I believe, I don't know about you guys, Liverpool have looked after Mo Salah really well. I think we can all agree with that. Liverpool Football Club have looked after Mo Salah extremely well. He has been put on a stage where he's become a world superstar because of Liverpool Football Club. He's been paid handsomely in his time at Liverpool Football Club, and he's on a tremendous contract right now at Liverpool Football Club. So Liverpool looked after him very well. Mo Salah, though, is at a stage of his career now where, what is he, 31, 32? And he's got to be thinking about the future. He's got to be looking at it and going, how long left have I got at doing this game? Have I got 3 or 4 years left? I've got 4 years left. Takes into about 35, 36. And that's when I'm going to call it a day and just become a dad and spend time with the family and the wife and enjoy life at its absolute best, yeah? So in reality, Mo might be looking at him and thinking, I've got one more big contract to sign. I've got one more big contract to sign, yeah? And that's now Mo's looking at it and going, right, it's the football club. Our Liverpool Football Club and a club I love. If I'm Mo Salah, I'm like, Mo Salah obviously loves Liverpool Football Club because he stayed for Liverpool for so long. He's obviously, you know, when he talks about Liverpool Football Club, you can hear the love from Mo Salah. Mo Salah's got an affection with the football club. And I honestly believe Mo Salah wants to play for the football club as long as he can. Also, at the same time, football is about business at the end of the day as well, guys. I know we don't like that word in football, business, but it is a thing. And players want to be paid. They have short careers. You know, you retire in your 30s, guys. What other job do you retire in your mid-30s? And that's your career finished. You want to get heavily paid for it. So he's looking at it and thinking, right, I'm at Liverpool and getting 350 grand a week right now. It's great wages. He's probably getting close to probably 600 grand a week with bonuses and sponsorships and all the deals that Mo Salah has. So he's probably picking up a lot of money, right? But his basic wage at Liverpool Football Club is 350 grand a week, right? He's, I think, the 5th highest paid player in the Premier League. And he's looking at it and going, right, I want to stay at Liverpool, but also can Liverpool Football Club give me a contract that's going to keep me at this football club, maybe till for the rest of my career, maybe to the day I retire. Maybe I want to stay at Liverpool for another 3 or 4 years. Can they give me that deal? Because it's not always about wages, guys. It is about the length of contract. We've seen this before. You know, Gini Wijnaldum wanted to stay for more years than the club gave. You know, the club only gave him what, a 2-year deal, and he turned it down. It wasn't always about the money. It's about it's about your future. How many years? Now, Mo might be looking at it and thinking, right, I want to stay here for another 4 years. So I've got a year left. Give me a brand new 3-year deal with the 1 year I've got left. That's 4 more years at the football club. Pretty much takes me to almost I retire, or maybe I go off then somewhere else because I played at the top end of the game till I'm 35, and I go off then and enjoy somewhere else for a bit of retirement. Yeah, that may be how he's thinking. So I'm not going to say Mo's the bad guy in here. I just think Mo, the problem Liverpool have got with Mo is that they got a decision to make this summer, in my opinion, with Mo Salah. I honestly believe this football club cannot let Mo Salah go on a free because he's still in the prime of his career. This isn't Mo. Big up Josh in chat, big up Stephen in chat, big up Mickey in chat, big up everyone coming in. I hope you're good. This is not Mo at 36, 37 that you're letting go on a free. That's different. Yeah. This is Mo still at the peak and prime of his career at 31. Yeah. That's still doing bits. Was he 3rd or 4th top goal scorer this season in the Premier League? Why, missing 3 months of injury? You know, he's still at the top of his game. You know, so Liverpool have got a big decision to make this summer. They've got a massive decision to make this summer. Do you give Mo a new deal? If so, what is the new deal? Is it, how much more a week can you go on top, guys? How much more a week can you go on top of what Mo earns already? He's only 350 grand. And remember, guys, if Mo decides to see out his contract, which he has every right to do, he could sign for another top European club for probably more money. Because when you're a free transfer, you usually get more in wages because they're not spending a transfer fee on you, and you usually get a big signing on fee. So Mo financially benefiting himself, it might be better for Mo to see out his contract at Liverpool because he might go somewhere and get the more of a wage where he goes and a big signing on fee because he won't have a transfer fee. So I can understand it. Clubs also might be talking to Mo now and going, right, Mo, we're not going to buy you this summer because there's no point. You've got a year left of your deal. Next year, come to us. We give you more than what you're earning at Liverpool now. Big signing on fee, blah, 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 blah. And that's the issue when you let footballers go down to their last 12 months. When a footballer goes down to their last 12 months of their contract, they're the ones in the power, not the club. The footballers are. They hold all the power in the palm of their hand because they can hold the club by hostage and the club can't do anything about it. Like Liverpool might want to sell Mo this summer. They might want, right, he's not going to sign a new deal. We need to let him go. But if no clubs are going to come in for Mo because they're going to wait 12 months for his contract to end, then you've got no choice but to keep him. And you know for a fact that after 12 months, Mo Salah, this legendary footballer at your team, is going to walk out your club for nothing, for 0 dimes, nothing, zilch. And you make nothing on him. And that is not a Mo Salah fault. That's the problem of this football club. That's the problem in this football club right now. Nothing to do with Mo Salah. Mo is entitled to do this because the club have let him. The club have let him. And this is a downfall of the football club and not the player. Now, I personally would keep Mo. I know I spoke earlier on about sentimentality and stuff like that and letting players go. But Mo Salah, for me, is still our best forward. I'm not going to let my best forward leave the football club. I don't trust Diaz. I don't trust Gakpo. I don't trust Darwin. I trust Jota, but I don't trust Jota to stay fit. So if I don't trust all them guys, why am I willing to let Mo Salah go at the end of the day? Because I don't trust them guys to get the job done. And our recruitment's been so bad the last few years, it's going to take 2 or 3 years to get our recruitment right again, where then you could let Mo go. You know, if we had an out-and-out goal scorer right now, like a Haaland type of forward, a Harry Kane type of forward, you know, that kind of, you know, a goal scoring forward like an Isak or someone like that, I'd probably let Mo go because I'll go, right, I've got this guy. He's going to get me the goals. It don't matter. I trust that guy to get me the goals. Mo, you can go. But right now, I don't. I'm not going to look at Darwin Núñez and go, right, you're getting Mo Salah's goals next year. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So this, for me, is a club issue. The club issue. And Mike Gordon, who runs the football club, has got a lot to talk about. But no one ever talks about Mike Gordon. No one ever talks about him. He runs our football club before Edwards took over. I know everyone talks about John W. Henry and that. John W. Henry is the owner. He's a franchise owner. It's like owning a McDonald's, yeah? If anyone knows the story of McDonald's, yeah? You got the owner of McDonald's, but then every McDonald's has their own person that looks after that shop, yeah? And they're in charge. They do the day-to-day running of that shop, that restaurant. That's their job. And that's basically what Liverpool is under FSG. So Mike Gordon is in charge. Billy Hogan are in charge. They're the two people that are actually very much in charge of our football club and the day-to-day running of our football club. And no one talks about it. We just talk about, when people talk about FSG, they're talking about John W. Henry. It's not really him to talk about. We've let contracts run down. It's pathetic. We've had no sporting director. Why has this club had no sporting director in charge? You know, there's been issues. Big up Solo in the chat. There's been issues with this club. Why did Michael Edwards leave? Why did Julian Ward leave when he got a contract? He got the job and promoted after Michael Edwards and then quit after 6 months. Why did these guys leave? And then they come back straight away. So it's nothing to do with FSG. I remember everyone telling me when Michael Edwards left and Julian Ward left, everyone said they left because they were sick and tired of working under FSG's minimum budget. Right? They were sick and tired of trying to do a miracle work under FSG's minimum budget. It's obviously not the case because guess what? They actually work for FSG. They don't work for Liverpool Football Club. They're employed by FSG itself. So it's obviously nothing to do with that. So why has this club had issues the last few years behind the scenes when years ago this club was beautifully run? No one had a problem. Michael Edwards was sporting director. Mike Gordon was in overseer. Billy Hogan was the CEO. Jürgen Klopp was the manager. Everyone had their position. You know, you had Fellows and Hunter. They were the transfer committee with Edwards. They did that. Klopp did the coaching and managing. Gordon and Billy Hogan did the overseeing, and everything runs smoothly. No one complained. We didn't moan behind the scenes. And now it's a shit show. The last 2 years, it's been all fucked up. We had no club doctor. The physio and keeping players fit were dog shit. The recruitment was dog shit, you know, and we've seen that the last few years. I just don't. It's just a mad one to me. I reckon Billy Hogan put the Casado bid in because he was fed up with the narrative that club doesn't spend. Could have done, man. Gustav says, I've always believed Klopp was so hamstrung with funds that he could have got players in on loan. Yeah. or done more free transfers. Why didn't we do more free transfers? Look at a lot of the free transfers that have gone around lately in the last few years that Liverpool could have got hold of. You know, something's not quite. And I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years for this club to get themselves correct again. I don't think it'll happen all next season. But the thing is, what's worrying me, because I don't think people are going to let things breathe and take their time. People will go, if we don't have the best transfer window this summer, everyone's going to go mad, and everyone's going to go, this is why you don't get Richard Hughes, this is why you don't trust Edwards, because they will live in the now. They will live in their bubble and not look back at the last 2 years of shit recruitment and think you can just pull it right like that in one summer. You can't. It's hard to do, guys. You know, it's hard to do. But the market with the market, I mean, with the Salah thing, look, as I said, the Liverpool problem with Mo Salah is Liverpool's problem. It's not Mo Salah's. If Mo Salah leaves on a free at the end of next season, I'm not going to blame Mo Salah. I'm not going to blame him at all. He's up to him. He's entitled to do it, guys. It's the club fault for not sorting Mo Salah's contract out. 2 years ago, what were the club doing 2 years ago when they could see that Trent, Mo and Virgil only had 3 years left on their deal? What were they doing? Were they going, we'll do that next year? And then next year came and they forgot. Is that what we're saying? Surely we got people that look at the contracts and go, right, shit, I don't know if anyone's told the boss, but, you know, Mo, Trent and Virgil's contract ends in 3 years' time. They're very important to our football club. What are we going to do? Oh, we'll sort it next year. Okay, we'll sort it next year when they've got 2 years left. Yeah, we'll sort it next year when they've got 2 years left. Okay. That's skipped 12 months, yeah? They forgot. They obviously forgot. Because when you've got 2 years left in your contract and still no one is sorting out their contracts, and now they've got 1 year left on their deal, what are we doing? Who forgot? Who let this happen? Who let this happen? Honestly, who let it happen? Who let it happen? Why is this allowed to happen? We used to laugh at teams. We used to laugh at teams that left their star players to go out of contract. We used to laugh at Arsenal at times when Arsenal used to let their players go to the last year of their deal. We go, what sort of run club is that? We got our 3 top players, Virgil, Trent and Mo, probably our 3 best players apart from Alisson, are in the final year of their contract, and that's been allowed to happen. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know that's absolutely balmy that that's been allowed to happen? That needs sorting out as well. It needs sorting out ASAP. In fact, them 3 deals need to be sorted out before we buy anyone. And I know that's not going to be a popular thing amongst the fans right now and everyone in the chat. But for me, we need reinsurances and things done on Virgil, Trent and Mo before we make a transfer. Unless you're buying players that are going to replace them 3 players this summer. Unless you go out and buy a Salah, Virgil and Trent replacement this summer and then let them 3 go on a free next year. That's the only way it happens. This football club need to sort it out this year. You know, just sort it out. Just sort out the just sort it out. AP said, to be fair, Lynch said we won't sign a 6. We won't move a player, and if we do, we'll sign a 6. Therefore, a DM hasn't been ruled out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said this is a video I did yesterday, carried on today, and we're a bit with what David Lynch said today as well. Like I said it myself yesterday, like when we were talking about DMs, who's going to leave the football club in our midfield to buy a DM? And then when Lynch put it out today that, it's not necessarily we're not going to buy a DM. It's just that we've got to let midfielders leave to buy a DM. But when we go through the midfielders, who's going to leave? Again, Curtis Jones probably ain't going to leave because he's homegrown. Tyler Morton ain't going to probably leave now because he's homegrown. He might do, though. McAllister ain't going nowhere. Sabozline's not going nowhere. Gravenberch is not going anywhere. Harvey Elliott's not going anywhere. Stefan Spesetic is not going anywhere. And Wataru Endo. Unless Wataru Endo leaves, you got 8 midfielders. So we need homegrown players. We've got a homegrown issue at the football club right now. So Curtis Jones will be registered homegrown and Tyler Morton will be registered homegrown, I believe, because he's 21 now. So I believe he can be registered homegrown. So they're going to probably sign them on as homegrown players. So the fact is, like Lynch says, and like I said yesterday, how can Liverpool buy a DM? I don't think Liverpool will go let Stefan go. I think Liverpool completely love and rate Stefan and they want him to play more games. I actually think the football club sees Stefan as the number 6 of Liverpool. That's who they see as Liverpool's DM. I don't think Liverpool think it's worth going into the transfer market for a defensive midfielder if they believe Stefan is the person to do that job, because they probably feel like it's wasting money. So then you keep Wataru Endo as his backup. So Stefan's your main DM, Wataru Endo is your backup. Then you got your creative midfielders in Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai and Elliott and Curtis Jones. And then Tyler Morton, if he is homegrown now, would be stayed on as homegrown, I would expect, after a successful season with Hull. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree. We could buy a DM and we should buy a DM, but we've got too many midfielders at the football club. Remember, you can only have a squad of 26 people, guys. What we go have 12 midfielders and like 3 attackers. You got to have a squad of 26. So we're either going to have 11 midfielders and 3 attackers. What we got to do? That's what I'm trying to. Big up Yibba says, big up the super chat, my friend. It says Edison is the man, trust me. And now we're linked to the top there. I would like him. If we go by anyone, what I've seen of him so far, Edison, yeah, go and get him, man. Edison and McAllister as a double pivot will be absolutely fine for me. Right. The ways we can do this, yeah, as a midfield. I think I've spoke about the Mo Salah thing, and the Mo Salah thing, I think I'm going to say it one more time. The problem with it for Liverpool is that Liverpool have done this to themselves, letting Mo Salah go to a year of his deal. I don't think Mo's the bad guy if he leaves on a free. I think it's totally up to Mo Salah. And the only ones who look like fools if Mo Salah goes for free is Liverpool Football Club. How Liverpool will go let Mo Salah. If Mo don't sign a new deal this season, I don't know how Mo sell Mo Salah. Because why would a club spend 80 to 100 million on Mo Salah with a year left when they can get him for a free in the summer? Unless that club doesn't want no competition and just takes him and pays the money this summer. Because Liverpool go ask for a big transfer fee. You got Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes and all that in charge of the club now. They go ask for a big transfer fee. They go ask between 80 and 100 million for Mo Salah, even with a year left on his deal. They go want it as well. No, 60, 70 million ain't going to cut it. It really ain't. So I don't blame Mo if he leaves for a free, guys. That's all I'm going to say about that. But the only way around this midfield situation, right? The only way around this midfield situation is if you sell, if you buy a winger that's homegrown, you can sell a midfield homegrown player. And Stephen says, I'm 45 and the past 9 years have been the best for my life as a Liverpool fan. While in negativity, I've not heard one positive thing last hour. James, do you need a cuddle? Stephen, I don't know what you're on about, my friend. Was last season and the season before good for you? I mean, I'm 42, Stephen. So were the last 2 seasons as great? That great? Honestly, last season finished 5th. This season we wimped out like you wouldn't believe and won a League Cup and finished 3rd. But could it have been better, my friend? And I'm not saying the last 9 years haven't been great. I've said it already. When Liverpool won the Champions League and Premier League, we were the best team in world football, without a shadow of a doubt. There was no better team than Liverpool Football Club. When in 1819 and 1920, Liverpool Football Club were the best team in world football, without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm not being negative here. I'm not being negative. I'm just highlighting some issues around the football club right now, my friend. I'm just highlighting some stuff. This is my job as a Liverpool content creator. You know, I'm not just here to praise. I'm here to, you know, look at the football club as a whole. And, you know, do you think it's a positive thing that Mo Salah, Trent and Virgil got 12 months left in their contract when they are 3 best players? I don't. I think that's a disgrace. I think that's an absolute disgrace. And that shouldn't be the case. So a club like Liverpool Football Club should not allow 3 superstar footballers to have 12 months left in their deal at all. I mean, if you're happy with it, Stephen, I'm so it's cool, man. If you're happy with our 3 best players and one, you know, it's cool. It's cool, and I don't get this. I'm so confused by all this. I'm really am confused by all this. I don't think I'm not praising the Liverpool football team. I love this football team with all my heart. I want this. I've said it already in this video. I want Liverpool to be the Real Madrid of England. I can't get more positive than that. I want Liverpool to be the Real Madrid of England. Facts. And I'm just pinpointing some things that have gone wrong. Virgil and Trent and Salah should not be on 12 months left in their contract. I think you can agree with that, my friend, as well. Yeah. Stephen, I think you can agree with that, yeah? Them 3 players should not have 12 months left in their deal. That shouldn't have happened, yeah? Please say you agree with that. That shouldn't have happened. Mo could leave for a free. Should Mo Salah leave for a free? No. Yeah, I'm just asking. I'm just pinpointing some stuff. And I know you're saying when was Arsenal's last one, 90% of the Premier, but Arsenal are better than us right now, Stephen. Wouldn't you agree? Arsenal are better than us right now. I would say Arsenal Football Club are better than Liverpool right now. And why has that happened? What happened for Arsenal to overtake Liverpool right now? The last couple of years. What's gone wrong the last couple of years? Well, Arsenal Football Club are now better than us. You know, and nothing will please me more than, and I've said this already, guys. Everyone knows. I don't know if Thingy's new around here, but I've backed Arne Slot. I'm one of the Liverpool content creators that have completely and utterly backed Arne Slot. I want Arne Slot. I've backed him right now. I've already said it. I'm a slot slut. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm a slut for slot. I've already said it. I'm getting the t-shirts made. I'm a slut slot. Yeah. I'm a slut for slot. And I'm backing him already, and I want him to come in and he's going. I think he's going to be great. I also yesterday in my video last night, I praised Liverpool for doing all this great work and getting a whole backroom staff and a manager all appointed at the end of the season, where you got people like Brighton, Chelsea, Man United, Bayern Munich, Juventus, all fumbling around for new managers, players, backroom staff changes, and all that. And Liverpool was sitting there going, "We've done it all." So I praised everything. You know, I've praised everything, man. And I'm just picking out some little bits. You know, I'm just picking out some little bits that, you know, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why is this happening? I can't sit here and pretend, you know, everything's super positive constantly. You know what I mean? I mean, we finished third last season and a League Cup, which is still a good season. Don't get me wrong, but it could have been better. Could have been better. Why did we fall to Atalanta the way we fell? How did we fall to Man United the way we fell? You know, in the FA Cup, little things like that can be looked at and asked why. Why does Kanate keep getting injured? Why do we have an injury issue at the football club the last 2 years that have cost us in our seasons? You know, Liverpool this season. I'm not saying they. Oh, Stephen, I didn't say they wouldn't sign new deals. I said, do you think it's bad that the football club have left our 3 best players going to the last 12 months of their new deal? I've also said I believe Trent and Virgil will sign new deals. I'm just saying I'm not sure on Mo. And if Mo wants to leave, Mo's not the bad guy here. It's nothing to do with Mo Salah. He can leave if he wants. I'm just saying, should the football club allow them 3 players a year left on their deal? Because the thing is, when a player's got a 12 months on their deal, I think we can all agree the player's the one in with the power, not the club. I don't want Trent leaving. I don't want Virgil leaving. I don't really want Mo leaving. I love Mo. I'm actually one of the Liverpool fans who don't want Mo Salah to go. A lot of people in my chat right now want Mo Salah to leave. I actually want Mo to stay. I'm a very positive Liverpool fan. In fact, when I go on other Liverpool YouTube channels, they call me the over positive Liverpool fan. You know, that's what I'm called. Many people think of me as the over positive Liverpool fan. All I'm doing is I've got a Liverpool channel. I'm a content creator. I'm just looking at ways that Liverpool Football Club can get better. That's all I want. And I'm sure everyone else wants the same. I want this club to get better. And what we got to do is just look at ways that Liverpool can get better. How can Liverpool get the way they play, they're set up? Injuries have cost us the last 2 years. Why have we had so many injuries the last 2 years? Let's have a look at it. Let's deep dive into it and have a discussion. Doesn't mean you're being negative or positive. It just means you're having a critique and a look and a question of why this is happening. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, Owen. I think I'm all up for Arne Slot to come in and hit the ground running, and I'm all. I'll say that I'm a slut for Slot, and I hope he does a great job, man. I hope he does a great job, and I just can't wait for him to come in. No, I'm not stressing, Stephen. I'm just looking at reasons how the club can get better. That's all, my friend. That's what I do this for. You know, I just want the club to be the best it can be. So I'm just picking at things where what's the reason for this? What's the reason for that? Now, why did Liverpool have so many injuries the last 2 years? That cost us. No, in my opinion, the Premier League was cost us because of injuries. You know, you look at Arsenal, Man City. Arsenal, Man City had far less injuries than us. And I think injuries cost us in our run for the Europa League, FA Cup, and Premier League. And I think we have to look at that. Why? Last season, when we finished 5th, look at all the injuries, terrible injuries. Why? You know, you look at transfers the last 2 years. I think recruitment has not been good enough the last 2 years. I don't think we've replaced players well enough at this moment in time. And where the positions of they play and things like that, why it's happened there. And just critiquing it, working it out, and getting Liverpool to be better. That's all I want, man. I want Liverpool to be the best team in world football. How do we get there? How do we get there? How do we get this team to be the best team in world football? And that's all I care about, man. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Yeah, Matip's injury was crucial. Matip was, in my opinion, Liverpool's second best defender. I still got question marks over Konate. I don't think Konate's that. It's something about Konate. I can't put my finger on it, guys, about Konate. I don't know about you guys, but it's just something about Konate I'm not sure of. I don't know if, I'm confused with Konate because I don't know if Konate is actually good enough or if he is good enough. He's very confusing to me. I mean, he lost his place to Gerald Kwanzaa. Is Gerald Kwanzaa a better player and a better defender than Konate? You'd probably say no. I don't know. Something about Konate, I'm not sure if he's good enough. Really not. But yeah, Matip was an absolute beast, man. But Matip was our second best defender. But there's things at the football club that just need changing, and yeah. I think Virgil would definitely stay because Virgil's been nothing but great things to say about Arne Slot, saying he can't wait to start next season. He wished next season started tomorrow, and I think Virgil will stay. I don't think I look at Virgil and I think, where will Virgil actually go? What's an upgrade on Liverpool for Virgil van Dijk? And an upgrade on it's only a few clubs, and I just don't think them clubs are in a market for a centre back right now. So I don't see him going anywhere. So I think Virgil will sign a new deal. I think Trent will sign a new deal as well. I just don't think it should have been left to the last 12 months because it makes us worry. We can't sit here and pretend we're not worried, that Trent, Virgil, and Mo have all got 12 months left in their deal. That'd be mad. Oh, I think we're all a bit nervous about it. Big up, Josh. You said you have mentioned the attack looked better without Mo, though, Jamie. Yes, it did. It did because you know what it is, Josh? When Mo's not playing, all the other forwards take more responsibility for themselves. Does that make sense? I don't think any of them are better than Mo as a forward. I think Mo's our best forward, right? And I think that's been proved over the last few years. But collectively, when Mo doesn't play, Jota, Gakpo, Darwin, and Luis Diaz all take a little bit more responsibility for their own actions. So because of that, they play better. But when Mo plays, it's like the Diaz disappears and Jota disappears, Darwin disappears, Gakpo disappears. You're like, hang on, they were playing far better the other week when Mo weren't playing, and now they don't seem to be the same player. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is for me. That's what it is for me. And yeah, that's the thing. I do that's the reason I think we play better, if that makes sense. The attack looked better because the teams we played had players out of AFCON as well. Played League Cup and poor teams by Arsenal. Yeah, true. But then we lost the teams like Crystal Palace and that when Mo came back. So I suppose you can equal it out a little bit, maybe. Also, we drew to teams like Luton away from home and stuff like that. So, yeah, I suppose if you go down the season, you could equal it out a little bit. Yeah, Palace were in form, but should you be losing the Palace at home? No, that's all I'm saying. They might have been in form, but should Liverpool be losing the Crystal Palace at home? Probably not. Probably not. Jota was a massive miss this season, and Jota winds me up, man. Jota winds me up. Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah, but guys, that's my video for today. I appreciate you all being here and listening to me yet again. Again, guys, I'm not being negative. I'm not being positive. All I want to be is Liverpool Football Club to be the best football team in the world. That's all I want. And big up Solo. Thank you very much. Big up, Solo. Much love to you, man. Much love. I just want Liverpool to be the best, guys. And there is, not everything's always positive. Sometimes even, look, you could win a title and there still be some negative things to talk about because nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect in this world. There's no such thing as perfection, guys. There's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is not in reality. We live in reality. So even when you win things, there's still things to talk about. You can always only get better, guys. You can always only get better. But much love to you guys. You guys are beautiful all the time, and big up to everyone in the chat. You guys are great, and big up to my man Stephen. And Stephen, big up to you, man. Thanks for debating with me as well. I appreciate your love, man. And yeah, much love. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye for now.